When your marriage ends, it can feel like your entire world is ending with it. One day, she's your everything, your partner, your confidant. The next, she might as well be a stranger. You see her online, maybe posting selfies, seemingly moving on, while you're left staring at the rubble of a life you built together, trying to figure out where to even begin picking up the pieces. If that's where you are right now, then this is for you. This is your survival guide through what can only be described as hell. We're going to be raw, real, and brutally honest about what happens when your wife leaves. Your very identity feels like it is collapsing. We're going to talk about why she might seem perfectly fine while you feel like you're falling apart. We'll explore why that sense of closure you're desperately seeking often feels like a myth, a destination you can never quite reach. Most importantly, we're going to discuss how to stop the emotional bleeding and start rebuilding your life, brick by painful brick, even when it feels like you have nothing left. This isn't about getting revenge. It's not about wallowing in self-pity. This is about resurrection. It's about finding the strength you didn't know you had and rising from the ashes. If you feel like you've lost everything, this is where you start to rise again. So let's get right into it. The first thing you need to understand is that what you are feeling is completely normal. The shock, the anger, the profound sadness, the confusion, it's all part of the process. Your life partner has left. The future you envisioned has vanished. It's a trauma, and your body and mind are reacting to that trauma. Give yourself permission to feel it. Don't let anyone, including yourself, tell you to just get over it. You wouldn't tell someone with a broken leg to just walk it off. And an emotional wound this deep needs just as much care and time to heal. One of the most painful parts is seeing your ex-wife seemingly thrive. You're checking her social media. You're hearing things through mutual friends, and it looks like she's having the time of her life. Meanwhile, you can barely get out of bed. Why does this happen? There are a few reasons. First, remember that social media is a highlight reel, not the full story. She is likely curating the image she wants the world to see, an image of strength and happiness. She's probably hurting, too, but processing it differently. Or perhaps she processed the end of the marriage long before you did. Often, the person who initiates the separation has been emotionally checking out for months, even years, while the end was a sudden shock to you. For her, it might have been a slow, gradual process. She's had a head start on grieving the relationship. By the time she finally left, she may have already completed most of her emotional journey away from you. You, on the other hand, are just starting yours. It's not a fair race, and comparing your chapter 1 to her chapter 20 will only bring you more pain. So, the first practical step, go on a digital detox. Mute her, block her if you have to, not out of anger, but as an act of self-preservation. You need to create a space where you can heal without the constant, painful reminders. Now, let's talk about the myth of closure. We have this idea, probably from movies, that there will be one final, profound conversation where everything makes sense. You'll both cry. You'll understand her reasons. She'll understand your pain, and you can both walk away with a clean slate. I'm here to tell you that, for most people, that moment never comes. Chasing your ex for answers, for one more conversation. For her to finally get how much she hurt you is like drinking poison and hoping she feels the effects. True closure doesn't come from her. It can't. True closure is something you give to yourself. It is the moment you accept that the why doesn't matter as much as the what now. It's accepting that you may never fully understand her reasons. And that's okay. Your healing is not dependent on her participation. Your peace comes from within. It comes from accepting the reality of the situation, that the relationship is over, and deciding to focus your energy not on the closed door behind you, but on the open path ahead. So how do you start walking that path? How do you stop the emotional bleeding? The first step is to acknowledge the wound. You are hurt. Deeply, instead of ignoring it or trying to numb it, you need to tend to it. This is where reconnecting with yourself becomes critical. For years, your identity was likely intertwined with being a husband. You were part of a we. Now, you have to rediscover I. What did you love to do before you were married? What hobbies did you let slide? Was it playing guitar, hiking, working on an old car, going to the gym. Now is the time to reclaim those things. Start small. You don't have to climb a mountain tomorrow. Maybe just go for a walk. Put on a playlist of music that makes you feel something other than sadness. The goal is to create new, positive experiences and memories that belong only to you. This is how you start rebuilding your identity outside of the marriage. Each small step, each activity, is a brick you lay in the foundation of your new life. It's also crucial to rebuild your support system. Men, in particular, often make their wife their sole emotional confidant. When she leaves, it feels like your entire support structure has been demolished. Reach out. Call that friend you haven't spoken to in months. Be honest with your family about what you're going through. Tell them you're not okay. You will be surprised by how many people want to help, but they can't if you don't let them in. And if you find that friends and family aren't enough, there is absolutely no shame in seeking professional help. Talking to a therapist is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It's like hiring a skilled guide to help you navigate a treacherous landscape. They can give you tools and strategies specifically designed to process grief and trauma. Remember, your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Take it seriously. Now, let's address something that often comes up: the feeling of failure. You might feel like a failure as a husband, as a man. You made a vow, and it was broken. This feeling can be crushing, but a failed marriage does not make you a failure as a person. Relationships are complex, and sometimes, despite our best efforts, they don't work out. It takes two people to make a marriage work, and it also takes two people for it to end, even if one person is the one to walk away. Instead of viewing this as a personal failure, try to reframe it. What have you learned? What did you learn about yourself? About what you want and need in a partner? This painful experience, as horrible as it is also a powerful teacher. Let it teach you. Let it make you more resilient, more compassionate, and more self-aware. This is not the end of your story. It's the end of a chapter, and you get to write the next one. The journey ahead won't be a straight line. There will be good days where you feel a glimmer of hope, and there will be bad days where the grief hits you like a tidal wave. That's okay. Recovery isn't linear. On the bad days, be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to rest. On the good days, lean into it. Enjoy that moment of peace or happiness, however fleeting it may seem. This is your chance to rebuild your life exactly as you want it to be. You are no longer a part of a we that requires compromise on your dreams and goals. This is your time. Do you want to change careers? Do you want to travel? Do you want to learn a new skill? The canvas is blank. It's scary, yes, but it's also incredibly freeing. You are the architect of your own life now. Start designing a future that excites you. This process is a resurrection. You are taking the broken pieces of your old life and forging them into something new, something stronger. You will not be the same person you were before, and that's a good thing. You will be someone who has walked through fire and come out on the other side. Someone who knows the depths of his own strength. Someone who has stared into the abyss and chosen to climb back into the light. If you've lost everything, this is where you start to find yourself again. It's a long road, but you don't have to walk it alone. If this video resonated with you, if you felt seen and understood, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Because every week here at PsyFlip, we'll flip another layer of your mind and bring you one step closer to inner peace and the life you deserve. Thank you for watching. You've got this.